When I was a kid, we were too poor to buy proper video games, so we had one of two options. First off, we could rent a game, which meant we gave them a bit of cash, got the game for a weekend, and had to hand it back Monday. Or you could get demo discs, which is basically these things that are attached to the front of magazines for Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and so forth, which gave you access to about 10 to 20, maybe even 30 minutes of a game, and it was like an interactive trailer. When it comes to demos, there is one place to go these days, and that is Steam. And twice a year, they run Steam Next Fest. I love Steam Next Fest. And my community over on Discord know that I love Steam Next Fest. So I reached out and asked them to find a bunch of demos for me to play. I picked 5 of them, gave each one 30 minutes to rock my socks, or I'm going to slander it on the internet. So without further ado, here are the 5 demos that I played, and a special mention at the end for a sick game that everybody needs to try. If you enjoy any part of today's video, make sure to hit like and subscribe. It helps me out. I want to hit 1,000 subs by October when my birthday rolls around. And if you want to join the wider community, we're active on Discord and Twitch. Links for both are down in the description below. Anyway, let's get back to the good stuff. First up is Anvil. I'm gonna be honest, this demo boiled down to me getting stuck in a room with a bunch of men and getting repeatedly. And while I realised there's games like that on Steam already, I didn't expect it from this one. I wasn't really able to get into this game properly. For the 30 minutes that I did play, I just died on repeat. There was no real explanation of what I was supposed to do or how I was supposed to get involved. I just spawned in and got f***ed up. Now, I did my due diligence and looked into it. Apparently, this game is supposed to be a medieval version of Foxhole, if you know what that game is. Foxhole is basically a top-down World War II game where you play every aspect of the war. From frontline soldiers to people running supply vehicles to people making the supplies. You play every aspect of it. And by the looks of it, Anvil is supposed to be the same, but set in medieval time. Unfortunately, the only thing I got to see on repeat was the respawn screen. I later found out that apparently this specific section of the demo had come to an end, and I had to wait for another time slot to be able to jump in and get the full experience. However, this isn't explained at any point obviously in the demo, at least not what I saw. And I've got to be honest, if you've only got a short snippet to impress people, and this is the first time they're properly seeing and getting hands on your game, what are you doing? So yeah, unfortunately, Anvil was a massive swing and a miss. I'll give it another go if I get access to it again later on, but right now, confusing mess. Next up is a game called Pioneer, and I was so excited for this. I've been following this game on social media for time. Unfortunately, like a lot of games, I was really excited, and my expectations were not met. Ever since Anthem, I've been super skeptical of the hype train, but I fall for it every time. Anyway, if you like Stalker or Metro, you're probably going to be eating good when it comes to this game. However, within the 30 minutes I played, the biggest word that I can think of to describe this game is jank. And it's sad because the world was genuinely quite visually interesting. It was fun to have a look around. The stuff that was happening was quite engaging. Unfortunately, all of that was torn away the moment I saw the zombie animation. Now I realize it's a very small dev team and I kind of feel like I'm kicking a bunch of puppies here, so I will say there are some good parts. The combat felt good, the weapons sounded heavy and meaty and beefy, you know what I mean? And the world was genuinely interesting, but in the 30 minutes that I gave it, it really struggled to meet expectations. Next up is Ferocious. I have had a community member absolutely hounding me about playing this game, so I thought, f it, let's give it a look-see. The best way that I can surmise this game quickly is it's born of the 80s and 90s. It is bargain bin action film, the video game. You're a soldier seeking his brother on a random island that happens to be full of dinosaurs, because of course it is. It's really shit, but it's really kind of awesome. It reminds me of like mid-2000 games where big companies were just throwing anything at the wall to see what would stick and recapture the love of Unreal Tournament, Half-Life, and Gears of War. Everything felt super raw and undercooked. The UI was massively dodgy, the crafting system seemed kind of weird. And the enemies, both human and dinosaur, just seemed to be very confused about what they were actually doing there. But at the same time, I was having a great time just blowing shit up. Because everything was so over the top. It reminded me of Time Splitters, but really janky and without the really fun art aesthetic. Also, a note that I've just thought of. The sound effects were really weird. Everything kind of clicked and clacked and sounded like some sort of Nerf gun. It was really strange. Now we're getting into some of the ones that I really liked, and the first one is Holstin. This isometric retro horror game it was gorgeous, it was stunning, I loved it. Every minute of it. The 30 minutes that I played it, just Who's that? The only problem I had with it, and I am ready to accept that this is entirely a me problem, is they had no English voice acting, and I like to be able to have English voice acting.
To matka plazmodium. Nie przesunie się. Jak wyrośnie, ale da się ją zniszczyć. Poszukaj małych, świecących pomarańczy. Powinny być w okolicy.
But anyway, going back to the actual game, it's stunning to look at. It's really good. It's really compelling. And even though it's isometric, which never really clicks with me, when you start combat, it switches and it's so clean and cool and it just works. It's great. The atmosphere is on point. Everything is uncanny valley territory. And the story that started unraveling just in the demo had me hooked. I genuinely didn't realize that I had already surpassed 30 minutes when I was playing this and had to peel myself away from it. I literally have no other notes. This game was really good. Can't wait for the full release. Look forward to playing it. Okay, so out of all the videos I got recommended, this one was the best one. It's not my surprise one, but this one was really good. The demo I'm talking about is called Wildgate, and I had a great time with this. Out of all the demos, this is the only one that I went back to with friends to play some more. It's really hard to explain. It's an awesome take on the extraction shooter formula. You load in with a ship of 4 players against 4 other ships. You go around completing PvE objectives to get more loot for your ships, such as ammo, guns, plugins, etc. Then you battle the other ships to hunt down an artifact that allows you to use the Wildgate. And that's it. It's this beautiful combination of PvE, PvP, ship-to-ship combat and everything. You can board, you can blast, you can slam shields, you can outmaneuver. I had a great time. In total, I think I played about 3 to 4 hours of this demo and didn't want it to go away. Great game. Loved every minute of it. And it's funny because it's called Wildgate, but the art style and animation reminds me of a game called Wildstar, if you'd ever seen that. It's an art style that's very reminiscent of Fortnite as well, where everything's popping colors, vibrant and fun. All the characters are slightly cartoony. I know some people kind of hate that shit, but grow up, it's great fun. Literally in my notes, I've written best demo, sucks solo, can't wait to play more. That's it. No more notes. I will highlight though, when I say it sucks to play solo, it was dog shit to play solo. I like to have at least one negative at least for all of them, so it doesn't seem like I'm just tickling one's balls. But this one, playing it solo, was shit. The party that I was with, the dude who was piloting the ship, was like, do you know what's a good idea? I'm gonna just slam it into everything because that's what I call parking. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I had a great time. Big recommend, go and check it out. Now my special game that is a demo that I was waiting for with bated breath and had a great time playing is called If you enjoy stuff like Invincible and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this game is a must play. It's like they took the Telltale Walking Dead games and then Invincible and smashed them together. It is absolutely a thing of beauty. They've got an absolutely fantastic voice cast from the likes of Moist Critical to Alana Pierce, and I cannot recommend this game more. It looks fantastic, it plays really well, the humor is on point, and it's such an interesting look at the superhero genre. So without further ado, go and play this demo if you still can. If you can't, go and follow everything, go and watch some trailers, get involved with this game. I cannot recommend it more. And that's it. That's my 6 demos that I checked out during Steam Next Fest. There was a whole lot more that I didn't mention, however I did play, and there were just some fantastic demos out there. So go on to Steam, check the demo section, and keep up to date with everything going on. Demos are a thing that should happen more, I swear to God. And if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, join us on Discord, and if you fancy it, come and find me on Twitch. Have a great one. Thanks for being here. Ta-ra.
I've been drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie.